TSF Entertainment.
Yo, welcome back to the TSF Entertainment channel. On this good Wednesday night, we're bringing to you Bel-Air Season 3, Episode 8, Give Me a Break. Proper title, too. Give me a The foolishness continues, y'all. We at Episode 8, and I'm like, we should be at Episode 8 right now, or we should be on Episode 4.
Yeah, like it's certain parts of the season I like, but it's too sped up. Like, man, this I don't know what Bel-Air or the writers or whoever at Peacock, I don't know what y'all was doing, but like if y'all was gonna do it this way, y'all should have dropped this like earlier in the summer or something. Like y'all
Yeah,
just
because wait all this time to drop all the episodes in a binge.
yeah.
And maybe that's what makes us feel like the episodes are sped up is because you're dropping them like three at a time, like too many.
That and just the storyline. Like I said, we saw in one episode Phil and Vivian had odds, and then the very next episode, all of a sudden, bam, boom. Oh yeah, we back together. Then the next episode, oh now y'all about to be swingers. I'm like, what? Okay, wait a minute. Like, how we just jump and jump and jump. But yeah, if y'all was gonna drop them like this, y'all should have just dropped them all at one time.
How you gonna rate this episode?
Uh, I give it probably give it a 7.
Yeah, it's a
Like,
7 for me too, because there's some things in this episode I don't like.
yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and jump on into this thing. Episode description is Will's secret participation, which was in Jazz's little stunt that he pulled, which we'll get to it. Will's secret participation. Oh, can't read. Will's secret participation gets him revealed, putting him at odds with Carlton over what Blackccess truly means to each of them. Okay, whatever. I'm getting a little sick of Blackccess at this point. I really am.
Yeah.
All right, so the episode starts off with LaMarcus and Hillary are meeting with Will and Carlton. I wouldn't necessarily say they were meeting with them. They were just kind of hanging out at the house, whatever, and they're kind of just catching up with Will and Carlton on Blackccess, and kind of see what they're doing with the business and everything. And of course, Hillary, she's doing her thing. LaMarcus invites them to be groomsmen in the wedding. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, that's nice. There's not going to be a wedding, but that's nice that you asked them. Tell you ain't going to be no wedding.
I honestly thought at some point that, matter of fact, I think they touched on it. In the scene. I can't remember, but I thought that they were going to holler at Hillary to even try to get on like the Blackccess thing. Like, since she has the whole culinary kitchen, she had the I forgot what you call that house, whatever house, influencer house, yeah, that type of stuff. So I thought at some point they was gonna be like, hey, don't you want to jump in, be maybe even a investor or something, help us get us out there even more or whatnot. So
I think they were headed down that pathway until they started talking about how Hillary has been when LaMarcus started talking about how Hillary's had to put her thing to the side right now to take care of him and go to his doctor's appointment. I think they were fully headed down that pathway to ask Hillary, to jump in on this thing. At the very least, I would have thought that they would have asked her at the very least, could they use the influencer house and go over there and shoot content and and just promote the brand, and maybe even do like a Blackccess event at the influencer house. That would have been a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
All right. So I don't know if it's the next day. Let me see if they got the same clothes on.
Same day.
So yeah. So Uncle Phil and Viv are in the kitchen. They just chilling or whatever. Everybody just kind of chilling around the house or whatever. And they're getting ready for their big investors meeting. For the young black and gifted venture capitalist meeting or launch party or whatever the hell it is. And Carlton, you messy right here. You back to doing that fuck boy shit, Carlton.
Yeah.
Because you low key earned a fade right here. You low key tried to throw Will up under the bus this while ago. Did he not?
He did. I was just trying to figure out. At first, I was trying to figure out how did Carlton even know. And then I was like, okay, well, Will must have told him, and we didn't get that scene because I
He
was
did.
thinking,
No, he did. Remember when they were when Carlton was coming back with the groceries and Will was picking at him about the condoms? He had said to Carlton there in that scene that I wish you would have came to this meeting. That's
okay,
how he knew that Will had been to the meeting, but he threw Will under the bus when Uncle Phil started talking about the vandalism that happened at the Campbell Square construction site or
yeah,
whatever, and that
Will may know something about it.
Mr. Campbell felt that Yolanda was behind it, and then Carlton was gonna be old messy ass and was like, "Oh, Yolanda, Will, you might know something about that. Ain't that your homegirl?" I'm like, "Oh, okay, so we back to doing this type of shit again, Carlton. You know, I had to give you a pass on all that shit, but now you back to doing this." Jeffrey comes in and lets him know that Fred Watkins, and Mr. Campbell are there at the house to meet with Uncle Phil about it. And of course, Uncle Phil has called in his friend or slash used to be friends slash they were running against each other for DA slash Will's future father-in-law. There's too much going on with these characters. He's called for Fred to come over to see can he assist in finding out what happened over there at the vandalism. And then, of course, when Uncle Phil heard that Will went to the meeting, he invited Will to join him on the meeting.
And then you could give us some insight. It was just like, bro, for real. I'm like, come on, man. Like
it gave Carlton that look like, yeah, as soon as they leave.
Right.
As soon as they leave.
Like, we just about to go back to being at odds again.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what it is still. I don't like this guy. I don't like his character. I don't like him. He just, he not stepping fetch, but he damn near there. I just don't like his smugness and his arrogance, and he's just I don't care for the character. Anyway, he does shed some light legalese on it. I felt like Uncle Phil knew the same thing, so I don't feel like he gave them any advice that Uncle Phil wouldn't have given them. Yeah. But basically he was telling Mr. Campbell, like, listen, there's nothing illegal about them protesting peacefully. They were in a private place, they're doing their protest. So how do you know it was them? Even though we know it was them.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if Will offered any insight at all to the conversation other than letting them know that, there was about 12 people there at the meeting, and, everybody was just kind of voicing their concerns about the whole thing. But, no real problems here. Wish I could tell you more, but, I got to get to my meeting. So see you guys later.
That's literally all he did. So
I had an issue with this scene right here, too. Dude done went and bought a Cartier necklace.
Nose is open.
Boy, is it not. And why would you think that you could tote this to Lisa and think that Lisa's going to big up you? I know Lisa had that look on her face like, shit, you ain't give me this kind of cheer when we were together.
Right. And I think, honestly,
I think you give this to a crackhead? I didn't even get this.
I think it was more so because she found out about Amira's she found Amira's bag, so now she's just like, hey,
don't invest too much more into her.
Yeah, but I mean, like the whole thing was messy from Jump Street. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all used to mess around, y'all used to date, etc., whatever. Then Will comes along. Now all of a sudden Will is dating. It was just like, if I'm Will, I'm not even crossing that line, but okay, whatever, it's crossed. And then like y'all was stupid enough to do that whole damn thing in the pool listening to Amira crackhead. So and now look at y'all, now it's this whole thing of like worms just out in the air. So now all y'all uncomfortable when all of y'all were cool, y'all was, everything was straight. Now these I don't want to say traumas, but all these memories and stuff is rehashing and all this different other type of stuff. So, but yeah, I think that was more so like she was just like, man, look, you don't even know, shorty on that whatchamacallit, like.
And she knows that the deeper Carlton get into this, the harder it's going to be for him to detach himself.
Yep.
Amira. So she like it's almost like she wanted to tell him right there, but it wasn't the time or the place for her to get into it with him. But she was like so on the verge of like, listen, go take that back. Cause she finna break your heart, bro. She's still out there on that stuff. Like, yo, you're getting too deep. You're getting too attached to her. And we see that Carlton almost has a symbiotic attachment to Amira at this point. And I'm like, you've only known her for, I guess he's known her for a while now because they were in rehab. But you know,
only rehab for a month.
Yeah, they were only in rehab for a month. So at the very least, you've known her for 2 months. Like,
yeah,
little nose wide open. This little thing right here in that mouth. Whoa. So Ashley and her little friend, Eli is the boy name.
I thought you about to call him Elder Bars.
Elder Bars, yep.
I thought she was about to call him.
Yeah, I was. He do look like Elder Bars a little bit. Yo, so they get ready to go have a day at the country club, and I'm thinking about if y'all just going to hang out by the pool, y'all could have hung out at the pool at the house, you know. And I personally didn't, believe it or not, as conservative I can be at times, I really didn't think that Ashley's outfit was inappropriate. She's going to the pool. You know,
I didn't really think it was inappropriate. I think the too inappropriate,
put like a little shawl or something around her waist, you know, cover herself up a little bit more. But the fact that she's hanging out with a boy and Uncle Phil is not used to that. And apparently they know that she's into girls. I don't know when they found that out.
That was one of the reasons. That was one of the things I was going to touch on, because I was like, when did they find this out? Because we didn't see, not a scene, anything about this whole,
or them even having suspicions of it, let alone confirmation.
So I'm like, when did it come out? But the two joints that got me was, I was like, yo, bro, like, what you like, 13, 14?
That boy like he older than her.
And you talking about, hey, how you doing, Phil? I would have been like,
yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I said the same thing about that too. Like, that's a little disrespectful. You in my house,
I was like,
my first name.
That's disrespectful hell. And then she was mouthing off. That part cracked me up because I was like, Phil, like,
I'll shut this down right now.
Like, who you talking to like that? Because you damn sure ain't talking to me like that.
She said, I don't dress for your comfort. He was like, Ashley, don't you think your dress or your skirt is a little too short? She was like, no,
I don't dress for you. Like,
and then he was like, well, you know, it makes me a little uncomfortable. So, you know, if you could go change your clothes. He wasn't even really disrespectful to her or mean to her or anything like that. She was like, I don't dress for your comfort. Whoa.
Bruh.
Yeah. Go to your room and don't come out.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like I said, in the scene, that's what we found out from here. And I was like, wait a minute. And this is why I say another thing where it's sped up, because I'm just like, yo, we did not hear nor see a scene, even get a hint that they even knew she was quote unquote into girls. The only person that knew was Hillary. Nobody else. So
nobody else in the family even knew, right? Like Will or Carlton. Yeah, only Hillary.
Nobody. And then here in this scene, which was also where Vivian says, you know, like, oh, he has a boyfriend. And I was just like, I thought that part was, I thought Phil could even say that, like, yeah, that part is apparent, but whatever. I was just like, yo, like, how are we getting all of this information where
it's
like
confirmation?
Information, like
confirmation.
Like, y'all just skipped. So again.
Okay, so yeah, that right there, but it goes back to what we were saying, what we've come to an agreement on. If there's a scene where Ashley's involved, you could best believe it's sped up completion. Like, I think she may have mentioned something to Aunt Viv in an earlier episode that the boy was non-binary or something like that.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, I think she did say that. But at the end of the day, there was no discussion about her and how she identifies. So yeah. Will runs to his room to hide the mask. Now, he took the mask out of the box and put it in his backpack, and Carlton busts in on him and like, you're gonna tell me what really happened? I'm like, how do you even know anything happened at all? How do you know that Will was involved?
Exactly. I don't even know why Will even put the darn mask
home. Yeah.
Boy, I'd have burnt that joint so fast. You got all them fireplaces or whatever around that joint. That joint would have never even made it home.
Yeah, you bringing DNA and evidence on.
Like your street smarts is gone now. You had some street smarts when first season when you was in Philly. It's gone now because there ain't no way in the world I would have bought that mask home.
So they commenced to arguing about what the purpose of Blackccess is, and what it means to each one of them. And Will berates Carlton about not picking a side, and Carlton threatens him to basically either you tell my dad or I'm going to. Man, he would got another fade in. Like, Carlton, did I do you like that when you was sticking that stuff up your nose? Did I snitch you out?
Nope.
Oh, okay, but that's what you want to do now. You want to tell.
And Will was even stupid for telling him what happened.
Yeah, I wouldn't have told him ish.
I'd be like, man, look, I ain't had nothing to do with that. I was at the meeting.
Are
They
you
didn't say
telling
any
now?
of this.
Okay.
I was like, they didn't tell me any of this. I was at the meeting. When I left the meeting, they were talking about protesting. How we got to this, I don't know.
Do you want me to go tell Aunt Viv about the Magnum XLs? Do you want me to tell her that? Since we want to tell something, we telling.
We want to tell something.
We want to tell something. Lisa is texting Amira, can we talk? No, you don't need to. I guess she wanted to try to see if she can reach Amira and let Amira know just how Carlton is into her. I think she was going to probably try to, convince her that she need to clean herself up and get herself together for Carlton's sake.
Yeah.
I feel like that was her intent.
Yeah.
Again, another thing that we didn't need confirmation on, or I guess a storyline that we don't really care about because they haven't shown her parents. This was the first time we've seen her dad since season 1, I feel like, or at the very least we haven't seen him on a regular basis. So now all of a sudden now she's taking care of the baby. Like, y'all ain't got no nanny, y'all ain't got no caretaker at the house. That all of a sudden now she's taking care of little brother. She got to take the little brother everywhere she go now because the mama is, I guess they're saying that, how some women have that post-traumatic stress after they have babies. Yeah, postpartum. Yes, I guess that's what the mom is supposed to be going through now because she's sleeping and not tending to the baby.
Yeah.
So something's. I didn't care.
Yeah.
She runs into Aunt Viv, and her Aunt Viv is now her replacement for her mother.
Yeah.
And she's just kind of bringing Aunt Viv up to speed about what's going on at home. And then she even asked Aunt Viv. At first, I thought Aunt Viv went and did it on her own. Vivian went and did it on her own. But when I went back and rewatched it, I did hear her ask, would you go talk to my dad for me? Because I can't always seem to reach him. And I felt like that was a wrong person to send over there to talk to your father, considering the fact that, she had an issue with your stepmom. I didn't think that was a good idea to send her over there.
Well, I figured it would be better with her than it would with Phil, because remember they still been beefing when they was both running for, I forgot whatever it was, they was running for DA or whatnot.
Yeah, they were running for DA
or whatnot. But I think I think he still got some ill will towards them anyway.
Yeah. He seemed like he does still got that's what it is.
He seems like he's got some involved with Will, so
that's what it is. Yeah, I don't think he was happy about that.
No, he wasn't, because he was going to reveal how Philip even got Will over there.
Okay, now I remember. Yep, that's right.
It got him out of that whole jam.
What was this all about?
So I was trying to figure it out myself. I guess this was to build up tension or stress or whatever that was leading up to their
presentations.
Yeah, to their presentations or whatnot. It was like, hey, y'all partner up. Let's, let everything out so y'all can have like a good release or something before the whole presentation. But I didn't really get it. And I was like, I don't understand what having, and I can't even remember her name.
I can't even.
I know she's a WWE wrestler, and I really wish I remember, because I've seen her all over the place. But I was just like, what does this have to do with Blackccess?
Yeah, because I thought she was going to, just with their presentation. See, I thought she was going to be like doing some type of exercise with them to help build up their confidence or to overcome a challenge. I thought thought there was a purpose for her being there and them being there at a gym, other than for her just to kind of hype them up. It seems like she was there for
I think
morale.
that's all it was. I think it was just something, that's all it was. And then of course they still at odds, which to me, I was just like, bruh. I was like, and then y'all like really about to fight in front, like
in front of all these people, and let everybody know that. Look, don't put y'all money in Blackccess because
and this is what is this the third time that he done
had some kind of commotion in front of that man. Yeah,
I'm like,
at
this
least second for sure.
At least a second. He like, okay, maybe. I'm like, y'all proving him wrong. Like, I mean, y'all proving him right that he even took a chance on y'all because y'all can't even get it together. He like, yo, what's good? And of course, again, y'all still over that stupidness. I was just like, man, okay. So I was shocked for real. I thought they was gonna throw blows. So
yeah,
I was shocked.
And I think they would have if he hadn't came over there and said like, yo, what's going on with y'all two? Like, y'all good?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to agree with Aunt Viv here. Like, okay, y'all a little too close for comfort. I've done my sisters like this before. This exact same thing right here. I've had a fit about. even though they're in their 30s right now, and I still have that issue. They all a little too chummy, a little too close. And then y'all, if it wouldn't have been so bad if y'all would have been up under that blanket. If y'all would have been up under that blanket, I wouldn't have had an issue with it. But like, I don't know what's going on up under that blanket.
I mean, yeah, I get it.
That boy, I'm sorry, that boy look like he's 16. That boy look like he's a little too old for Ashley to be hanging out. And then the arm around her, and then y'all put them pictures up on social media because to me it felt like he was trying to make his boyfriend jealous.
He did.
Using Ashley. Okay.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah, he was like, I'm sure this will make him just, and that's what whatchamacallit. So that's why I was like half and half. Like, I was just like, okay, I can see where Viv is coming from. But then at the same time, I was like, well, you already know dude has a quote unquote boyfriend. And then you quote unquote know that Ashley is supposedly interested in girls. So I was just like, where I'm like,
but they also young and they experiment.
But
they grown as adults, and they look what they were doing last weekend, ready to experiment.
This is true. Okay, I ain't even think about that.
There's a bit of a risk there, even though she like girls and he like boys, they could have a pansexual moment and like each other. So I get it. I get it, right? But I guess for me, the reason why I have an issue with it is I feel like they haven't identified him by age yet. So for some reason, I feel like this boy is older than Ashley, because if he would have went to the school with her, she would have recognized him from the school. But when he showed up at the house, he was like a complete stranger.
I mean, it depends on how big the school is. They might not have the same class, because remember they
might not be in the same grade.
Yeah, I will. I mean, that is true too. I don't know, but I'm sure it'll come out.
I just feel like the little boy is a little too old. He looked bigger than her and everything, And I'm like, okay, I feel you on that, Viv. Y'all cool. I took up for you at the house, but listen here. You need to go lay on your chair, and he gonna go lay on his chair, and y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. But this hugged up. That's a couple thing right there. Y'all laying up in the same.
That's true.
I like how Hillary checked her. I don't know if this is her agent, her publicist, or a marketing firm that she's hired.
I think it's a marketing firm.
That's what I was thinking too. A marketing firm that she's hired to promote her brand and get her more endorsements and things like that. So maybe like an agent or a marketing firm, something like that. And the girl, instantly starts zooming in on their wedding, which I shared the same energy Hillary felt. Like, that's a little intrusive. He just got out of the hospital.
Exactly.
He's in recovery. I hired you for a whole different part of my brand. I didn't hire you
to cookware, all that stuff.
My cookbook. I didn't hire you to get involved in my personal life. I hired you to promote my business, my brand. The Thirsty Chef brand, or not the Thirsty Chef, but the social media influence, that stuff. I didn't ask you to come be my wedding planner, so I kind of felt her on that.
Yeah, because like I said, because I remember she's supposed to have a whole cook line coming out, and
the cookbook.
yep, and all this other stuff. And she was like, "Oh, we could get this while the iron is hot," and X, Y, and Z. And Hillary was
Yeah,
like, "Nah."
well, next year we can focus on that stuff. Next year,
She's like, "Nah, we're gonna focus on this right now." So
right
I thought in this scene and right here, like I get it where Lamarcus was taken up for, but I thought like he was gonna have like, yo, I'm stopping your dreams because you're so concerned about me, you know, and me and my
I'm holding you
recovery.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm holding you back, but it didn't happen. So I was like, oh, okay. I was like,
Actually, you are 100% right, and we are right. It just he didn't react the way that we expected him to react. But that's
yeah,
exactly what he felt. That's exactly how he felt. He felt like it's because of me that I'm holding you back. So the solution to that is let's just go ahead and take the wedding off of the table so nobody don't even have to worry about it. And let's go ahead and move the wedding up
Yep.
and get married faster rather than later. So now the focus goes back to you and your brand.
Yep.
So at the Phillips Banks and Associates law firm, the investors for the Campbell Square, they come and put their stuff out on the table.
Yep.
And they're like, look, there's too much stuff going on around you. There's too much controversy, all these protests. We losing money by the day. Like, listen, we need to renegotiate terms or we walking away. And of course, you know, Mr. Campbell, he wouldn't try to hear none of that.
He wasn't trying to hear none of that.
He wouldn't try to hear. He wouldn't even try to understand where them folks was coming from. You know how them folks is in their money. They don't want to lose a dime.
He kept trying to put it on
Yolanda.
And you just like, I'm sure it's her. And I'm just like, bro, like,
Which she's not wrong though. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but it's just like, yo, like you don't have no proof to say that though. You just keep saying that over and over and over again. And it's just like,
so that tells me that she's been a thorn in his side for a while now. She's been giving him trouble for a while now because everything wrong is Yolanda's fault. So they put a new deal out on the table, and probably more than likely is they're wanting more equity into the project. Whereas their initial investment may have given them a small percentage of equity into the project, but because they're hemorrhaging money by the day, the longer it takes to get the construction done, the longer it takes for the vandalism and all these things now are causing them to lose money and pushing their schedule back. So to compensate for that, they're probably asking for more equity. It wasn't clear what the new terms were in the contract, but I'm assuming that they were probably asking for more equity.
And probably as well as like it's going to be less businesses for like, you know, the Black community, you know, that type of stuff. It's something else in there because we saw later on why, which we'll get to that scene.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. I forgot about that part. Yep. I felt like the DA was looking at that surveillance video already.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah, I feel like that's exactly what he was looking at.
Okay, we're on the same page with that deal.
Yeah.
Okay. That bro.
Except for I didn't think, which we'll reveal when we get to the scene.
Yep.
I thought at some point it was Will, only because and not
Jazz. Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, because when they had this whole conversation, you know, she goes in and talks, you know, Lisa came to her, says, you know, X, Y, and Z, you know, about your wife and her having to take care of the baby. And she just tried to tell him, you know, I know what it is. I've been in postpartum, etc., you know, whatnot. And he just takes offense to it. And it's just like, my wife is fine. My house is fine.
You need to worry about yours.
So right then and there, I was like,
he saw Will on the video. I said the same thing.
He got Will on the video, but he not
got Will on the video. Yep.
That's literally what I thought. I was like, yeah, Will. I was like, damn, bro, Will, you on that video.
We had saw Will all throughout this episode looking for Jazz. We found out later on in the episode where Jazz is, but Will's been texting him, calling him, no response. Who just came in here to see him? Carlton?
Yeah.
Carlton, I don't care. Carlton coming there whining and complaining some more about Amira and about Will and Blackccess and making a choice, and I don't care.
Yeah, that's what they was about to making a choice.
Vivian comes home to tell Phil about her meeting with Wickerson. And I felt like she missed an important part of that when he was like, I'm not gonna say he threatened her or warned her. He warned her to worry about your own family. I wanted her to communicate that to Phil so Phil's wheels could start turning. Be like, well, I don't know what he meant by that, but that was a missed opportunity.
But also in this, I was like, you should have, as much as I get it, as much as you was trying to save your marriage, as much as you was trying to make Vivian happy, you should have listened to Erica, because now
about the client. Yep.
Yeah, because now you
have nothing.
You have nothing. So like you base your whole law firm, like she said, you about to base your whole law firm on this one client.
Damn, you right. Because she did warn him as she warned him that don't put all your eggs in this basket. Like, we got issues, yeah, but don't put all your shit. She did warn him about that.
She warned him. She said, don't do this. Like, it's career suicide. Like, you're about to, like, you're getting our clients from our law firm, and like you forgot, if you come out of the deal, our clients go with us, and you about to be stuck with one. Now you about to have zero because you're not feeling the deal that you saw today. And Vivian's just like, well, your morals and your ethics, don't worry, the people will come. How? Because after this, he still got people that's in his law firm that got to get paid, and they worried about getting paid because they don't have no clients.
Yeah. And she talking about, you gonna build your business on integrity. Well, you have no clients.
So you have no clients to build it on.
Mr. Campbell, man, Uncle Phil on red line and taped that contract to death. And he also informed Campbell that, listen, not only are they probably wanting more equity, but you're right, they probably put clauses in there that says now there's going to be less black-owned businesses, because I think he did say something to that effect.
Yeah.
And this man is ready to push it through. He don't care.
He don't care.
He was like, listen, I'm fine with it. Just sign the damn thing. And he was like, no, this is not in your best interest. As your lawyer, I'm here to protect your interests. If you don't care about your interests, then let me care about them. And he was like, no, just sign it. So Uncle Phil fired him. He was like, you know what? It ain't good for us to do business. So, this is where we part and go our separate ways. Good luck to you.
And the crazy thing is, another thing, there was another heads up, because remember at the beginning when they first got into it, he told him, you're not gonna be ready for this.
Yep.
And he told him right here again, he was just like, you know what? I told you, you weren't gonna be ready for this. And now you have zero clients.
Foreshadowing. That was foreshadowing then, foreshadowing now that he gonna sit on ice for a little bit with those, which will probably have to take him back to Erica.
Well, it might. I don't know if they're gonna take him back, but it might.
And now that's going to start that love triangle back up again, because he's now going to have to go back to Erica for the sake of his employees and try to get some of that business back that he gave back to Erica. So I feel like we ain't seen the last of her. Something gonna happen with these two.
Yeah, I'm still lost at why y'all was in the room, because I could have swore Viv said in one of them episodes, like, you can't have boys in the room. That's what she did. Non-binary, whatever. She said, keep it open, but yet y'all still there. And I was just like, as soon as I heard him singing the song, I was like, okay, here we go. I was like, yes, I know.
The song was about her.
Ashley, I was like, I ain't stupid. Like, and she's so oblivious, just like, who's it about? Like, I was just like, come on, man. I was just like,
I bet you think this song is about you.
I was just like, come on, man. I was like, we had already going when y'all was at the pool and, taking pictures and all this stuff.
Posted on social media. What did you think? The song is about you, Ashley. So Will and Lisa have a moment, and Will just basically, Lisa thanks Will for letting Aunt Viv know about her struggles and how she appreciate that. And then of course she reveals to Will about finding the coke in Amira's bag, and that they need to find a way to tell Carlton about it. But I think they came to the conclusion that they were going to do it after the presentation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
they were going
I'm
to do
like,
it after.
I knew that this wasn't going to make it. I knew.
Yo, yeah, I knew that. I was trying.
Go ahead, because you're gonna say the same thing I'm thinking.
I was like, yo, bro, why did you even say something? Like, I wouldn't even said nothing to him or about the whole, just like you want to tell Carlton. I wouldn't have said none of that.
I wouldn't even spoke to her because when she was coming up behind her, she was like, "Yo, Will, what's up?" I would have kept on walking.
I
I'm
would
like,
that too. I'd have been like, "Are you serious right now?"
Are you
I'd be
talking to me?
like, we not cool. I would have.
Yeah, we not cool. Yeah,
We not cool
we're
at
on the
all.
same
Like
page.
we ain't cool. Like we can be cordial because of, you Carlton's girl, etc. Whatever.
Yep.
But like we ain't got nothing really to talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
you said all you needed to say in the pool.
Yeah.
No, you said all you needed to say at the house. So
look,
like, hi and bye. Yo, what's up? And I would keep on walking.
I didn't understand why he even revealed that right there that he
I
knew.
guess because he saw, just like for me, when I saw her here, I said she looked like she strung out right here. She looked like she on that stuff. She looked shaky and she looked like she looked disheveled. Like, I guess that's what made him say something to her about it, because he looking at her like, "Shorty, what's wrong with you?"
I thought it was because of anger.
That she looks like this?
Nah, I mean, I thought he just did it out of anger because just
to
like
kind of get back at her.
Yeah, like I know a secret about you. Like
Yep.
you was talking about, you was coming at me talking about straddling the fence and all this other stuff, but I know a secret about
Now
you.
look at you, you a mess.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So that's how I took it as.
And then she had the nerve to she's like, "Are you threatening me?" He's like, "Who's Carlton going to believe, me or you?" Well, anybody can look at you and tell that you ain't got it together right now. Like, you tweaking.
Nah,
Like,
when she said that, I was like, Carlton gonna take her word.
Yep.
I thought she was gonna pop up like the same time they was talking to Carlton, and she was just gonna come out and say it.
I thought she was going to sabotage the presentation. That's what I thought was going to happen, and blame it on Will. That Will had upset her, and because she like to throw these little temper tantrums. So I was just on the verge, on the edge of my seat during that presentation, that she didn't come and make a scene there in front of those folks. That's what I was looking for to happen, but that was a missed opportunity. I thought this was stupid to do this. I understand he wanted to include her family in this, but they kind of already know that y'all get married anyway. I feel like if he wanted to do this, it would have been more appropriate to do it at the influencer house, at her place, instead of at her parents' place. This seems a little kind of corny. You got candles all over the place, like y'all finna bump and grind there at your mama's house. You got rose petals all over the place. Like, that just seemed off-putting for me that they did that there.
I mean, yeah, that's true. It caught me off guard because I was like, he came out singing. I was like, and then I was just like, let's get married. I was like, y'all already whatchamacallit. So I was like, what's the whole purpose of this?
The purpose was because he wanted to move up the wedding date.
Yeah. So
that was his way of telling her that he wanted to get married sooner than later.
And of course, they was all there. Oh, he asked me this time, so I was
look at all the candles all over the place. That seems like a romantic setting that you wouldn't want to do at her parents.
I don't even know why y'all got candles all lit for in the daytime. It's daytime.
daytime.
You don't even need them.
Right. It's California. It's daytime to midnight there.
You don't even need them joints.
I don't know what you thinking about, Uncle Phil. You did it to yourself, bro. You did it to yourself.
Yeah. Did it to yourself.
Jeffrey came in there and told her, like, listen, you got another problem. And he was like, well, Camo ain't my problem no more. I'm no longer his attorney. And he was like, nah, they found footage across the street. We had already said last week that we knew that it was a big mistake for Jazz to take his mask off. That was stupid. We did get confirmation that Will was there, which that was kind of stupid too. But do you think Phil is going to go down and get Jazz?
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think so. Yeah. And I think Jazz is probably about to be his new client, as well as he's probably going to help him.
He gonna flip the script. He gonna flip the script and go against Campbell now.
Yep, and go against
the
Campbell.
Whole integrity thing gonna weigh on his mind. From okay, boy, we on point.
Yeah.
Yep, that's what he gonna do.
That's exactly what he gonna do.
Exactly what he gonna do. So she go off on Lisa. Miss Thing go off on Lisa. Look at her. She just ran through. She said, I thought you were my friend, and why would you tell Will and blah 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 blah? And I'm like, because you're a cokehead. That's why she told it.
Yeah.
And, you know, Lisa's trying to like, listen, you need to get some help. Like, you know, Carlton, you know, it really is drawing his strength from you. You got to get yourself together. And, you know, she kind of snapped at her and said something smart to her and storms off. I'm like, yeah, she getting ready to go do something crazy.
It was like the dude said, Spencer. This nigga Spencer, right?
Yep.
Yeah, had said, I know you. Try to tell all y'all. Like,
Look at her. She looks sick. I mean, she looked like she's high right here. She just, I mean, I guess she's angry, but the way that they got her looking right here, she just looked like she didn't have no sleep or something, and she just looked toe up. This presentation was stupid. This whole presentation was stupid. Carlton is getting ready right before they get ready to go out on the presentation, and Will, who leaves his phone on the table and not in his pocket, where it should be on Do Not Disturb right now anyway, because y'all getting ready to go into a meeting. Just like right now, we're recording and our phones are in Do Not Disturb.
Of course.
Lisa sends him a text. We need to talk. What did you say to Amira? She's pissed. And Carlton sees this.
I was like, first of all, I was like, how bro even see it? I'm like,
notifications. You know your notifications be up on your phone?
Oh, my joints be different. My joint just say who text me.
Oh, I have mine. Yeah, I have mine on. Like I have my notifications on so I can read them even if my phone is locked still.
Oh, yeah, my joint just say who text. So that's why I was just like, how he even know? And then as soon as the text came, I was like, it's over with. I was like, it's a done deal.
They were about to start arguing here, but they got it together.
But I think it was more so because he was so busy worried about Amira that like he wasn't even mad at Will.
He was worried about what was going on with her, trying to find out what was going on with her. Yeah.
So we saw him go into like this whole panic attack thing, and they running late because they were the first people to call out. And you know, again, he's just like, you know, what the hell's going on. Will come out doing this whole routine, and again, I was like, yeah, this about to go bad because I was like, you look stupid as hell, right?
He did look stupid as hell. He was losing the audience.
He was losing them. Everybody was there just like, what
are we here for?
You can't talk your way out of this one, bro.
And remember, what's her name had told him that already.
Yeah,
that this a different kind of crowd. You ain't gonna be able to finesse.
You're not gonna be able to finesse. So when Carlton showed up, I was like, oh, okay. I was actually shocked. I was like, oh, okay. Bro came through.
And he did good. He did good at the presentation.
I was like, it's a good thing he did, because if he ain't come through, well, y'all
there would be no black ass.
Yeah, y'all Blackccess was about to be not even off the ground.
Right.
About to be out. But I was shocked. I was like, how y'all get all this merch out? Like,
remember Pony Rich? Remember they had said that they was getting orders in from everywhere because of the post that they got from Pony Rich.
Yeah, I know, but I was just like how y'all, like, you know what I'm saying, like that fast? Because remember
I guess they expedited them shirts.
Because remember they were so worried about how they was gonna get rid of all them shirts and stuff.
Yep.
That they had in bulk. So I saw this, I was like, well, if y'all doing this much money in, you know, Blackccess or whatever, I'm like, why y'all even need the investors?
Yeah, why do y'all need the investors? What are they investing in? Because how long do you think you're going to be able to sell these t-shirts?
I was like, I'm hoping it's going to be something else that's going to come with this whole whatchamacallit. But
so after the presentation, they ripping and running, literally ripping and running, trying to find Amira, and Carlton miraculously remembers that she shares her location with him, and she's there at the country club, and we must find Amira. She's not safe. And I think she might have took a little hit.
She definitely took a hit.
She took a hit. Maybe she took a big bump. She might have took a big bump, and she's just sitting here now. She's thinking about everything that has transpired in this moment, previous moments, all that stuff, even the conversation with Spencer, all that started weighing in on her, and she just collapses in the pool.
But I don't think the bump that she took was coke.
I don't think so either.
It had to be some type of downer or something. It might have been meth or something. I don't know, because like,
no, I was thinking fentanyl for some reason.
They said later on they think it was cut with fent. But it was just like, even still, like if that was coke, like she would have just been, you know,
giddy,
fired.
Yeah.
Like this joint, she just straight.
She was like on a downer, yeah.
Yeah, and then just falls into the pool, and of course, Carlton goes run and jump in the pool.
Henry
Once I
Lee.
saw this, I was like, man, I know where this ending is going. I was like, y'all could have saved the theatrics for this one.
They really did. Histrionics and theatrics at that. Will's on the phone with 911. Oh my God, she fell in the pool. Oh my God, she's not breathing. Oh my God, she's breathing. I'm like, really?
I was just trying to figure out how nobody else in the country club saw
Nobody
this.
came, no paramedics, no
Not
other
even
than
that. I'm
patrons,
talking about
no workers.
nobody saw this.
Yeah.
It was just y'all three that saw her. Like nobody else saw Carlton go run and jump in the pool. None of this stuff. Like Lisa doing CPR. She tells
Why
him.
Carlton's suit don't look wet?
She tells him about the Narcan in her purse or in the EMS bag, whatever, to get the Narcan. I was like, oh yeah, she about to wake up. I was like, it is what it is. I was just like, man, y'all could have. I was like, this was.
And they need to take her straight to rehab.
This time she need to be in there for more than a month.
And they need to call Spencer on the way there.
Yeah, she need to be in
there
there
find out what it is that we have yet to find out about her. Because I feel like in next episode we're gonna find out about this so-called sister.
Yep.
All right, so that was episode 8. Not bad. What do you think we're heading at for? So we're finally caught up now. So tomorrow we'll probably get 9 and 10. So where do you think we headed?
I'm wondering if they're gonna do that or if they're gonna drop 9 and
then 10.
Then 10. I'm thinking, let's see. Like I said, I already think that we're gonna get the whole Philip is going to save Jazz, like he's going to flip that script. Also think we have not seen the last of what's his name? Ronan, Jeffrey's character, like the Jeffrey.
Okay, yeah.
Ronan. At some point, somehow, some way, he's going to come back in between one of these, like these next 2 episodes, and I'm also thinking like Jeffrey might end up trying to rekindle that flame. It may even want to go back to England.
Yeah,
I'm not even sure. But
or even if he just goes back for a little while just to spend more time with Penelope.
Yeah, and his son. I definitely think for sure. I don't know why. I'm hoping this is not going to happen, but it's kind of like I feel like it might happen is during the wedding. We're going to get the different world episode, like when Dwayne came down and stopped Whitley's wedding, and it's going to be Jazz that's going to come in there, or whatchamacallit. Or
thinking that too.
If it's not him, it's going to be Ashley. Ashley's going to bring up that whole kissing thing again to her.
Do you remember Lark Voorhees from Saved by the Bell when she was on Fresh Prince? What was her character? I can't remember what her character is, but I'm wondering, is she supposed to be Amira?
No, because nah, because I guess she could be. Nah, she came back with the baby that wasn't Carlton's.
That's right. I'm thinking about another show that she was in where she was on drugs.
Whatchamacallit. But I gotta feel like that wedding. I don't know. I feel like it's gonna happen. Then I feel like it's not gonna happen.
I keep telling you, ain't gonna be no wedding. I already told you that from day one. Day one, there's no wedding.
And I don't know why, but I feel like something is going to drag Lisa and maybe Will apart. I don't know why. Something. I don't know. I gotta
daddy.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get a mirror backstory. Maybe not the full episode is going to be centered around her backstory, but I do feel like we're going to get some answers to some of the questions that we're having about Amira and this so-called sister and the unaliving. I think episode 10 we'll get the wedding. I think we may get some more character development between Penelope and Jeffrey. You're right. He may be torn on whether or not it's time for her to go back to England. He don't want her to go. So he may end up going back with her for a while.
Mhm.
I definitely think next episode, Uncle Phil is going to help Jazz, and he's going to start helping those protesters with try to shut their development down now. And I think something going to happen with Ashley and this little boy, or something's going to be tried to happen. I think little boy's going to try to do something with her, and she's going to probably shut it down because I mean she is too young. If she was a little bit older, maybe, but I think she's a little too young to go all the way. So I think little boy gonna make a pass at her or maybe kiss her or something like that. But I think we're gonna get some of that. And I think Will and Carlton will probably be at odds for a little bit. I think Lisa and Will may be at odds a little bit because I think Will is going to kind of go in on Amira a little bit, and Carlton and Lisa are probably going to be feeling sorry for her. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, you heard it here first, so we'll see it tomorrow night. All right, so we got to get ready to finish out. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop y'all comments, and come on back. We got to get ready to get back into the universe of power. We're ready. We're excited. We're ready to see what these last 5 episodes are giving. So we're going to go ahead and finish out Bel-Air this weekend, and y'all meet us on back here for power. All right, Fresh, you got anything else, brother?
Nope. We'll see y'all once we get these next episodes. And like you said, we'll be back with power.
All right, take us on out, bro.